Hello, this is Bonita Palmer with BGP Group Action Coach. Welcome to your local business owner spotlight. The purpose is to interview Cincinnati area business owners and promote them through my social channels. It's my way of giving them exposure and promoting them locally. Now, this is a complimentary service I do because I believe that life and business should be in perfect balance, growing and prosperous. And if we all help support local business, we improve our local economy. Now, today, I have the pleasure of talking with Dr. Kinsey of Garden City Chiropractic. Welcome, Dr. Kinsey, and thank you for taking some time to chat with us today.
Good morning, Bonita. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here and honored that you thought of us for this special.
Absolutely. I'm glad you can join. So let's go ahead and jump right in and get started by having you tell everyone just a little bit about yourself and your chiropractic services. Give us your 60-second commercial of what you do.
Absolutely. So like Bonita said, my name is Dr. Kinsey, and I actually practice with my husband, Dr. Nick. Garden City Chiropractic is our business. We are actually opening next month here in Loveland, Ohio. So we are a neurologically based family practice. We look very carefully, very closely at the nervous system. We know that it controls and coordinates everything in the body. So that allows us to get to the root cause of your health concerns. When we can do that, when we can figure out truly what's going on from the root source, that allows your body to heal naturally from the inside out to get the results that you're looking for, not only more quickly, but also for the long-term health of you and your family as well.
And thank you for sharing that information with us, because I know when it comes to chiropractic services, there are different types of chiropractic services. So it's great to know what you specialize in, so to speak. Now, when is your official grand opening for your practice?
So our official opening will be middle to end of September. We're making sure to not put a specific date on it yet. We are still under construction. So we're hoping for close to the end of September is the hope. So we will, keep you in the loop and updated as we get closer, if we can get a specific date nailed down.
All right, very good. And we will continue to keep everyone abreast of when you finally do get to have your grand opening, so that we can share that information and people can come and see you. Now, can you tell us a little bit about who you and Dr. Nick serve? Who would be your ideal client, or what patient concerns or challenges do you specialize in?
Yes, absolutely. So, Bonita, we're really passionate about creating generational shift in health and wellness, just for entire families. So we do like to say we see anybody from a few hours old, we can adjust infants, newborns, to 100 years old. So for sure, we see anyone, but we're really passionate about targeting the pediatric population, the young family population, those people that are learning about the health of their children and how to raise healthy kids, what to do, what not to do, things of that nature. And if we can truly get to that pediatric population when they're young, get them started on that trajectory of just a healthy lifestyle, a healthy functioning nervous system, we're going to be able to create that generational shift in wellness. Because if they get on, the train at a young age, as they grow their families and have children of their own, that mindset of holistic health and long-term health for them and their family is just going to continue to grow. So yes, we love to see kids in the practice. We love to see those young families to help alleviate those conditions and maybe avoid altogether, the ear infections in babies, the colic, the digestive issues, the autoimmune issues, and just things along those lines in kids that we see today in our society.
Wow, I really love that philosophy, because, they say it takes a village to raise a child, and it will be great to have your clinic in the village to help raise our local children, our next generation. That's awesome. So, Dr. Kinsey, in the last year, there's been a lot of change to the face of most businesses. And I would imagine that the same really holds true for someone like yourself and Dr. Nick, who's been working to open a new business during this time. So what's been the biggest impact of the pandemic on you and Dr. Nick? And what are one or two things that you might have done differently as you look back over the last several months?
Yeah, for sure. It has changed the face of a lot of people's businesses, especially entrepreneurial as well. Just like you mentioned, our biggest challenge, kind of, I alluded to it earlier, has been timeline. Just sticking to the timeline while also trying to be flexible of, gutting this building and building it up from scratch. With construction and all of that stuff. So our biggest challenge has just been our timeline and staying diligent in working towards that. But something that has kind of worked in our benefit, in our favor through the pandemic, that a lot may see as a challenge, is just people's perspectives. So, with everything that's been going on, we've just seen this push toward maybe, some more holistic, some more wellness-based care, or at least just some alternative methods, people doing their own research and asking great questions that kind of pushes, people towards our line of work, toward chiropractic, acupuncture, massage, more nutritional items as well. So they all work really well together. So that has been very eye-opening as our community, as our society starts to shift towards maybe some alternative ways to take care of ourselves and our bodies. So that's been really neat to see as a byproduct. And so we've enjoyed kind of getting to be invited into those kinds of atmospheres. Another challenge, I guess, for us with just the busyness of opening a business is the follow-up. The follow-up is so huge, and we talk about it all the time in networking and marketing. But, we network and we market to build these relationships with either other business owners or people in our community that we know will become our practice members. So, just staying diligent, staying on top of responding when people, call and leave a voicemail or email us, things of that nature. And especially just showing that we appreciate people, finding ways to send a thank you card or an email for spending time with us, our one-to-ones, things of that nature. So the follow-up is definitely a challenging part of business, just because we are, so busy, but really taking time to set aside to show people that you appreciate them and that you're there really for whatever they need, and you're ready to answer any questions that they have, for sure.
Right. And that's wonderful that you can take those challenges and turn them into something more positive.
Absolutely.
We need a lot more of that today as we continue to go through this pandemic. So that's fantastic. Now, it's been said that smart people learn from their own mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what are mistakes that maybe you have made along your entrepreneurial journey that you can share with the next generation of entrepreneurs and business owners?
That is a great question. So, when starting your business, it's really important to be bold and to just build that confidence in what you do. And it doesn't matter what field you're in. We're in healthcare. It can be anything. You have something to offer your community, right? And so being bold and confident in what you have to offer to people. So that looks like, practicing behind the scenes, your commercial, your 60 seconds, your target audience, narrowing down your centers of influence. Who do you want to reach in your community? And who are some other partners in your community that serve the same people, but don't offer the same service, right? How can we work together to refer business to each other? So I guess what that looks like is being more bold, not stepping back when you get those difficult questions. In my past, in learning how to be a doctor, how to be a communicator, the word doctor actually means teacher. And so we play a big role in educating our community on what we provide as chiropractors, what is normal with health, what to expect with your personal health journey. And so when we get these questions, to not see them as, confrontational from people, they're not questioning us, our integrity, our intelligence. They just have questions about healthcare, what we have to offer. Maybe they've been burned by somebody in our own community in the past. And so I'm taking that into consideration, understanding that and seeing people for who they are and where they are in their health journey, and just being bold, like I said, in answering those questions and being able to admit, hey, right now, I don't really know the answer to that, but what I'm going to do is look into that. I want to research that for you. And the next time I see you, let's talk about that, because I know it's important to you. And so we're going to get that figured out. And so being able and willing to say things like that, not feeling like you have to have the answers all of the time. And, if people have been burned by people in your profession, just coming outright saying, I'm so sorry that you experienced that you've been through that, but we're not all like that. And I appreciate that you're interested in, still looking for a chiropractor or still looking for a car salesman or a bank lender, anything like that. So just being appreciative of people that are interested, because they wouldn't be asking questions if they weren't interested in what you have to say or what you have to offer. So be bold in what you bring to your community for sure.
That's a great takeaway, and also great advice for those who are asking those questions. So wonderful, wonderful response there. I appreciate that. Now, I'm going to get your contact information, and I will put that in the post when this video goes live. But can you tell everyone how they can get in contact with you, how they can reach out to you? And is there anything else that you'd like to add, perhaps a special offer or an event, your grand opening, anything that you'd like to share with our audience?
Absolutely. So thank you for asking and for promoting that. I appreciate that. So yes, ways to get a hold of us. We are very active on our social media platforms. We are both on Instagram as Garden City Chiro. That's our tag. We're on Facebook, Garden City Chiropractic. Our office phone number is 513-640-4500. You can call that. Dr. Nick or myself will answer that personally. And then our email address is a great way to contact us as well, which is gogardencity@gmail.com. Other than that, what was the other part of the question, Bonita?
Any special offers or any events that you'd like to promote?
I was really working hard at making sure I got all the contact information down. Thank you. So like I said, we're anticipating opening in mid to end of next month of September. And so for that, if you're interested in scheduling an appointment, like I said, you can reach out to us on any of those platforms. We are doing new patient specials where our care is discounted with our, grand opening special. So you can call to inquire or email, more about what that looks like in detail for yourself, for your spouse, significant other, family of any context. As for events, we will have our grand opening, our ribbon cutting ceremony hosted both by the Mason Deerfield Chamber, as well as the Little Miami River Chamber Alliance, which they are great organizations and so supportive and welcoming. We love being a part of both of those. They've offered to co-host our ribbon cutting. That will be most likely in mid to late October. All of these dates I know just seem so tentative just because we still are in that construction phase. So, things change pretty much every day. So that's another challenge of business and opening your own. So we will be on the lookout for our ribbon cutting, our ceremony. It's going to be a great time. Family, friends, children, friendly, welcome. Absolutely. We'll have just a lot of fun things planned for that event. So that will be posted on all of our social media fronts, our website, and things of that nature as well.
All right, very good. And we will definitely reshare this video as those dates come a little closer and get a little more solidified so that everyone will know as well when you're going to be having those ribbon cuttings and your grand opening. So fantastic. Now, one last question. Yes. I always like to ask folks that I speak with, what is it that inspires you? What gets you up in the morning and what keeps you going throughout the day?
That is a really good question. So being in the healthcare industry, we are just so passionate about, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, educating. When you come in our practice, you get a tour. Which I don't think is very common in the medical field, right? So you get a tour of our practice. We want everybody to know where everything is and a little bit of education about maybe why we do things a little bit different than others. You get, a handout of the day, whether it's a research article for you that pertains to you or your family, things of that nature. There's a brief orientation that our patients sit through so that they are completely well informed about the decision that they are about to make or not about to make, both financially and for their health. And so we want everybody to know up front, transparently, this is what we have to offer. We know that we're going to be able to help you. And now that the ball's in your court, you have all the information that you need to make this decision for you and your family. And it really comes down to being able to make the informed decision, even if it's a no, right? So we're passionate about educating people. We're passionate about empowering and advocating, standing up for our community, standing up for people, standing in the gap for people who have been to specialist after specialist with no answers, and just being, 100% committed to walking alongside, arm in arm, these people, these families through their health journey and through the healing that they're looking for and that we know we're going to be able to help provide. So we're passionate. We're always inspired by our community, what they bring to us, the stories that they bring to us, the issues, the concerns, the questions. So that's what keeps us going. Is we're here, we're working to serve this community, to serve these people, to help bring hope and healing and wholeness to these people and these families that are just searching for something that we know we can at least help provide or point in the right direction. So we're really passionate about that. And it's been really, really inspiring to see just over the last year and a half, like I mentioned earlier as well, just the research that's been done, the questions that people are asking, and seeing parents and family members stand up for their children, for their loved ones who are ill and sick, and asking the questions and just pushing for more for themselves and for their family. And so that's what we're here for. We're here to just partner with this community to provide just some kind of help, whether it be health, whether it's emotional health, physical health, anything of that nature. And so that's what we're passionate about, what we're really excited to be able to offer to our chiropractic, or to our Cincinnati community, Loveland area, for sure.
Very nice. And I can hear the passion in your voice. It's great to hear that. I think a lot of folks have lost their dreams and their passion with everything that's been happening in the world these days. And I just think it's fantastic to have that kind of passion for what you do and that kind of passion for your community. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Now, Dr. Kinsey, I do want to thank you today for joining me and for sharing Garden City Chiropractic with us. I want to congratulate you on your opening of your practice, and I wish you and Dr. Nick the very best as you move forward. So again, thank you very much for joining today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, for having us, for believing in us, supporting us. It means a lot. And thank you for offering this, like you mentioned, complimentary service to small businesses in the area. I love the camaraderie of it. I love the support and just holding each other up, and promoting each other. That's huge. So thank you so much for providing this platform. It means a lot.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Now, this concludes our program for today. I do want to thank you all for joining. Again, I am Bonita Palmer with BGP Group Action Coach, and this has been your local business owner spotlight. May your life and business continue to be balanced, growing, and prosperous. Everyone, have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Find Garden City Chiropractic online at gogardencity.com. They're on Instagram and Facebook as Garden City Chiro. Call them 513-640-4500. Thanks for watching Local Business Owner Spotlight by BGP Group Action Coach.